Let's take up some important compounds of sodium. First, we are taking washing soda, which is Na2CO3 into 10H2O, that is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Sodium carbonate is generally prepared by Solvay's process, and the principle of the Solvay process is low solubility of sodium hydrogen carbonate. That is why it gets precipitated in the reaction between sodium chloride and ammonium hydrogen carbonate. The raw materials for washing soda is limestone, which is source of carbon dioxide, ammonia, which is obtained from Haber's process, and brine solutions, which can be taken from seawater. Ammonia reacts with water and carbon dioxide to form ammonium carbonate. Ammonium carbonate, when reacts with water and carbon dioxide in excess, so it forms ammonium bicarbonate. And ammonium bicarbonate reacts with NaCl to form ammonium chloride and sodium hydrogen carbonate. This sodium hydrogen carbonate, being less soluble, get precipitated. Sodium hydrogen carbonate crystals separate out, and these are heated to give sodium carbonate. And sodium carbonate are crystallized out from the aqueous solution, and it results in the formation of washing soda. The advantage of this process is that ammonia can be recovered. Calcium oxide, which we had got, will react with water to form calcium hydroxide, that is slake lime, which will react with ammonium chloride, which is one of the side products, and these two are heated to get ammonia and calcium chloride plus water. So ammonia can be used again. Calcium chloride is also a useful byproduct, and carbon dioxide formed in this reaction can also be reused. That's why this process is economical. Solvay's process cannot be used for preparation of potassium carbonate, reason being that potassium hydrogen carbonate is highly soluble in water and cannot be precipitated. Properties: sodium carbonate is a white crystalline solid which exists as sodium carbonate decahydrate. This is also called washing soda. It is readily soluble in water. It shows the property of efflorescence. That is, if we keep in atmosphere, it loses water of crystallization and becomes amorphous. First it loses 9 molecules of water, then the last molecule of water changes into anhydrous and amorphous. On heating, the decahydrate loses water of crystallization to form monohydrate. Above 373 Kelvin, the monohydrate becomes completely anhydrous and changes to white powder called soda ash. At 375 Kelvin, it changes to sodium carbonate monohydrate, losing 9 water molecules, and greater than this temperature, 373 Kelvin, we get sodium carbonate plus water, which is called soda ash. Sodium carbonate is alkaline in nature, that is, it gets hydrolyzed with water, forming bicarbonate and OH ions. Since OH ions are more than bicarbonate ion, that's why the solution is alkaline in nature. Uses of sodium carbonate: it is used for softening water in laundry and for cleaning purposes. It is used in manufacture of glass, soap, borax, and caustic soda. It is used in paper, paints, and textile industry. It is an important laboratory reagent both in qualitative and quantitative analysis. Next compound we are taking is sodium chloride. The most important source of sodium chloride is seawater, which contains 2.7 to 2.9% by mass of sodium chloride. Crude, that is impure sodium chloride, is generally obtained by crystallization of brine solution, which is sodium chloride solution. It contains sodium sulfate, calcium chloride, and magnesium chloride as impurity. Calcium chloride and magnesium chloride are impurities which are deliquescent, and due to which sodium chloride becomes damp during rainy season. To obtain pure sodium chloride, the crude salt is dissolved in minimum amount of water and filtered to remove the insoluble impurities. The solution is then saturated with hydrogen chloride gas, and due to common ion effect, sodium chloride crystals separate out. Calcium and magnesium chloride, being more soluble than sodium chloride due to high hydration energy of bivalent cation, they remain in aqueous solution. Sodium chloride melts at high temperature of 1081 Kelvin. It has solubility 36 gram per 100 gram of water at 273 Kelvin. Its solubility does not increase appreciably by increase in temperature. Next, take up uses. It is used as common salt or table salt for domestic purposes. It is used for preparation of sodium peroxide, sodium hydroxide, and sodium carbonate. It is also used as preservative in sauce, pickles, and other materials. It is also acts as antiviral agent. That's why the doctor advises us saline goggles when we have sore throat. Some important compounds of group 1. First is chlor-alkali. Industry is biggest user and producer of metal compounds, alkali metal compounds, and the main building block is sodium chloride. Chief among the products of industry are chlorine and sodium hydroxide from the electrolysis of brine, which is aqueous saturated solution of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride on electrolysis gives sodium hydroxide, hydrogen gas, and chlorine gas. Cathode and anode must be separated so that NaOH and chlorine do not react with each other. Sodium hydroxide is produced on large scale by electrolysis of brine using a diaphragm cell or mercury cathode cell. This is the manufacture of sodium hydroxide in detail. It is commercially obtained by electrolysis of sodium chloride in Kastner-Kellner cell. A brine solution is electrolyzed using mercury cathode and carbon anode. Sodium metal is discharged at cathode and combines with mercury to form sodium amalgam, and chlorine gas is evolved at anode. This is the diagram how this reaction takes place. In the center we have first dilute solution of NaOH. In the outer compartments you have got NaCl solution. In outer compartments graphite rods are used as anode, whereas mercury is used, flowing mercury is used as cathode. Here sodium gets deposited at cathode forming sodium mercury amalgam in outer compartments, which moves down to inner compartment where these iron rods are used as cathode. So here sodium mercury amalgam reacts with water and forming sodium hydroxide. So concentration of sodium hydroxide keeps on increasing and it can be separated and we get sodium hydroxide by this method. At cathode, sodium ion gain electron in presence of mercury to form sodium amalgam, and chloride ion lose electron to form chlorine gas. Sodium amalgam slowly react with water to form sodium hydroxide plus mercury is regenerated and hydrogen gas is formed. Why we form sodium amalgam? Reason is the sodium is highly reactive. To decrease its reactivity, we have converted into amalgam. Mercury no doubt is regenerated and due to which this process is economical, but some extent in handling some mercury is wasted. Sodium hydroxide is a white translucent solid. It melts at 591 Kelvin. It's readily soluble in water to give strong alkaline solution. It's highly deliquescent or hygroscopic in nature that absorbs a lot of water from atmosphere and becomes watery. That is why it is not of primary standard. That is, its standard solution cannot be prepared directly. Crystals of sodium hydroxide are deliquescent. Highly deliquescent, that's why we call it hygroscopic. The sodium hydroxide solution at the surface reacts with carbon dioxide of the atmosphere to form sodium carbonate on its surface. It is used in manufacture of soap, paper, artificial silk and number of chemicals, and petroleum refining, in purification of oxides, that is leaching to remove silica and ferric oxide as impurity, in the textile industry for mercerizing cotton fabrics, for preparation of pure fats and oils, and as a laboratory reagent. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is popularly called baking soda, and it's also used as antacid and soda acid fire extinguishers. It is called baking soda because it decomposes on heating to generate bubbles of carbon dioxide, leaving holes in the cake or pastries or making them light and fluffy. It is mixed with tartaric acid so as to neutralize the bitter effect of the sodium carbonate, which is formed on heating of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is made by saturating a solution of sodium carbonate with carbon dioxide. The white crystalline powder of sodium hydrogen carbonate being less soluble gets separated out. So in the solvage process, the first step is to prepare sodium hydrogen carbonate, and second step is to get washing soda. So we can stop at sodium hydrogen carbonate, so baking soda can be prepared. Or other method we can use, the sodium carbonate plus carbon dioxide in aqueous solution will result in the formation of sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is the reaction. Sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide gives sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is popularly called baking soda. It is mild antiseptic for the skin infection. It is used in fire extinguisher. It is also an antacid. Other alkali metal salts. Microcosmic salt is sodium ammonium hydrogen phosphate. It is prepared by dissolving equal moles of ammonium chloride and disodium hydrogen phosphate that result in the formation of sodium ammonium hydrogen phosphate plus NaCl, which is called microcosmic salt. It forms colorless needle-like crystals. On heating, it gives glassy mass of sodium metaphosphate, and NaPO3 plus water plus ammonia is released. It is used as bead test in qualitative analysis of copper ions, cobalt ion, nickel ions, and manganese ion, which are colored ions, and they form colored beads from which they can be detected. Biological importance of sodium and potassium. A typical 70 kilogram man contains around 90 gram of sodium, 170 gram of potassium, as compared to only 5 gram of iron and 0.06 gram of copper. This shows the importance of sodium and potassium for our body. Sodium cation is major cation of extracellular fluids of animals, including human beings. It is supposed to activate certain enzymes in our animal body. Sodium ions are relatively harmless except when present in excess amounts. In excess amounts, it causes hypertension, that is increase in blood pressure. That is the reason that those patients who have high blood pressure are advised not to take common salt or take minimum quantity of common salt. Potassium ions is essential to all living organisms with the possible exception of blue green algae. It is important cation of intracellular fluid of animal cells. Sodium ions are actively expelled from the cells, whereas potassium ions are not. This ion transport is called sodium pump, and it involves both expulsion of sodium ion and take up potassium ion. In animal cell, the concentration of potassium ion and take-up of potassium ion. In the animal cell, the concentration of potassium ion is about 0.15 molar, and the concentration of sodium ion is around 0.01 molar. In body fluids, that is lymph and blood, the concentration of potassium and sodium ion are about 0.003 molar and 0.15 molar. The transport of ions requires energy, and this energy is obtained by hydrolysis of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It is estimated that hydrolysis of 1 ATP to 1 molecule to ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, provides enough energy to move 3 sodium ions out of the cell and 2 potassium ion and 1 H ion back into the cell. The mechanism of ion transport involves polyethers naturally found in organisms. Difference in the ratio of sodium ion and potassium ion inside and outside the cells produce an electrical potential across the cell membrane, which is essential for the functioning of nerve and muscle cells. The movement of glucose into the cell is associated with sodium ions. Potassium ions inside the cell are essential for the metabolism of glucose, the synthesis of proteins, and activation of some of the enzymes. That is why we should take the vegetables and fruits which are rich in potassium ions. Banana is one of the fruit which contains potassium ions.